Against all odds, God restored Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria back to the nation of Israel during the War of 1967. Lost to Israel for thousands of years, this region contains the lifeblood and heartbeat of the Jewish people. Yet the struggle has not been easy. Propaganda, terrorism, and international pressure have been the constant companion of the courageous men and women who have dared to call this place home. I'm Luke Hilton, and these are the stories of Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria, Israel's biblical heartland, God's land.
Moriah, thank you so much for having us here at Shiloh, or as many people know it, Shiloh. Tell us the story of what took place here from the Bible.
Sure. So we are here actually in the first capital city of Israel. Our history of the people of Israel began here in Shiloh 3,000 years ago. When we came back from Egypt, Joshua ben Nun brought us here and built here the tabernacle, first time as a permanent place. And the tabernacle stood here, according to the Jewish tradition, for 369 years, which is a long period of time. If you think it's actually the center of the Bible, center of Israel, during 3 books of the Bible, Joshua, Judges, beginning of Samuel. So a lot of stories that we all read happened here in Shiloh. My parents came here in 1978. This was a very small group of families after the Six-Day War and the Yom Kippur War, when we could come to this area. And they had a dream. They knew that ancient Shiloh is supposed to be here somewhere in the hills. And they decided to go on a journey to look for the ancient city. And many signs brought them to this place. And they started to build here the new Shiloh. And then archaeologists came here and started to dig the ancient Shiloh. And what happened is that through my childhood, they found amazing findings that prove 100% that this is actually Shiloh. When I was 4, they were digging here in one part of the ancient city. And middle of the night, my father woke me up and he told me, well, yeah, you have to come with me now to the ancient city. And he took me out of bed and he brought me here. And I see many people talking there and something happening, asking, Abba, what's happening here? And he told me they found the storage rooms of the tabernacle. At that night, they found huge jars that have a special shape that archaeologists know that only the people of Israel used them, only in the time of the tabernacle. They found about 50 of them. And this is the only place in Israel that so many jars were found in the same place. So all the archaeologists got excited. They said these are probably the storage rooms of the tabernacle. And in one of the jars, they found burnt raisins. Now, this is an extremely rare finding that you could date with a carbon-14 check. And they were dated to 1050 BC, which is exactly the time of the end of the tabernacle, according to the Bible, when we know from the Bible that there was a big fire here. I feel that we, the people of Israel, were here not only for ourselves. We are here for all the people in the world. Before we came here, nobody could come here. This area was abandoned. The Muslims were here, but nobody came here. Now that we're here, we made this accessible, and we have here about 100,000 visitors from all the countries in the world, many, many Christians that come here to connect to this place. And I feel that this is the reason that we are here, to make all the people in the world connect to the land of the Bible.
Shiloh is located in Israel's biblical heartland, and it is a site that proves without a shadow of a doubt the Jewish people's existence and their life in the land of Israel for thousands and thousands of years. It's also a place where we see biblical prophecy coming to pass right before our very eyes, and we see miracles happening here on a regular basis. Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria. It's not the occupied territories, it's not even the West Bank. Rather, it is Israel's biblical heartland. This is God's land. To find out more about the people and places of Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria, go to keepgodsland.com.